morning, Lakers. Today is Friday, February 21st, and this is your live Laker update. As you may know, some of the printers at school do not work all the time. Laker Update reporter Corey Fine brings attention to this major problem.
Many of you have no doubt had the experience of having to print a paper for next hour's class, but not being able to. Why? Because the printer won't work. Look at it. See that? That's the sound of a non-functioning printer. And you may ask, how much money do we spend on these printers and they don't work? Okay, well, we're going to get to the bottom of that. We're going to tell you how much money we spend on these printers. We're going to tell you why they don't work. And we're going to tell you what you should do instead. Buy a printer at home. Let's go to the field. According to Canon's website, the IRA 6275, which is the printer we have, is $4,200. Also, every time it runs out of toner, you need to spend $300 on a new set of ink. I thought the ink in my printer was expensive. There's three very common problems with these printers. The first is paper, which is pretty self-explanatory. The second is ink, which is also pretty self-explanatory. But the third, let me show you over here, is this small cable, the Ethernet cable. This provides internet access to the printer and gives it the files that you print. The problem is that comes unplugged. And when none of these problems can be fixed by the students, it causes more problems.
So there was one time I was printing an English project, and 7 students from our class needed to go print, and the printer stopped working after 2. So half the class got a 75% on the grade for the assignment. It was extremely inconvenient, and I wish it didn't happen as frequently as it does.
Just about every time I've needed to use them, they either haven't been working, they've been out of use, or they just wouldn't print what I needed it to print. And I think that as a school, it's very necessary to have a functioning printer because your students are constantly in use of new paper and new material. And it'd be very beneficial to the students if the staff would care so much as to have working printers.
Sometimes the printers are jammed up. Sometimes they don't have toner. Sometimes they're out of staplers. And those are some of the times that they have not been working.
In conclusion, as you can see, we spend way too much on these printers right here for them to not work. Any closing thoughts, printer? That's what I thought. Back to you in the studio.
Robotics team is hosting a fundraiser at Samurai Steakhouse today. Show this flyer to your waiter when you go. It will start at 4 and end at 7. Hopefully the weather is nice for Snowco tomorrow. Weather specialist Olivia Canella has the forecast for this week.
Thank you, Lindsay and Akia. Today and tomorrow are going to be rather sunny, 36 degrees today, 45 tomorrow. On Sunday, we're going to see a little bit of cloudiness, still a little bit of sun with 47 degrees. On Monday and Tuesday, we're expecting a chance of snow. It's going to be a high chance at that with 41 degrees on Monday and 39 on Tuesday. The high for today is 25, the low 24. The average is around 36 and 23, so we're a little bit in there, a little bit on the nearer side. And the record is 63 and -1. Currently, it is 12 degrees outside. The dew point is 7 degrees. The humidity is 79%, and the winds are light from the southwest direction. Today's forecast is virtually blank, and it's odd to find such a tranquil day in such an aggressive season. Today's weather is forecast to be so quiet that weather maps are showing up virtually blank. As far as we know, these quiet days aren't tracked, but they also don't occur more than a couple times a year. Why is the forecast so quiet? High pressure may sound like a stressful work environment, but in the atmosphere, high pressure corresponds to sinking, dry air, and generally tranquil weather. In today's case, strong high pressure will dominate much of the eastern 2/3 of the nation. For that matter, there is little low pressure, usually corresponding to stormy weather, anywhere on the map below except in northern Canada. Take advantage of this blank weather map day. It may not be sunny and 75 where you are, but the sunshine could encourage you to kick cabin fever to the curb, and that's far from nothing. It's not often we get days like these. Enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you. Back to you, Lindsay and Akia.
Winter sports are coming to a close and spring season is starting up. Sports reporter Brandon Poplar has all the information for games tonight.
Thanks, Lindsay. Last night, girls JV and varsity basketball took on Chandler Park Academy last night. The JV team won in a landslide with a score of 6-27. Here's your look at your sports today. The girls and boys freshman basketball will be home beginning at 4 p.m. The girls take on South Lyon High School, and the boys will meet Oak Park High School. The JV and varsity boys teams will also face off against Oak Park beginning at 5:30. Come out and support your fellow Lakers. Back to you in the studio, Lindsay.
Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for watching Laker Update. You can connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and LakerUpdate.com. Have a great day, Lakers!